Adaptation in animals. Habitat. Animals live almost everywhere on the earth. Some animals live on land, some in water, some in both water and on land, while some live on trees. The surroundings where an organism lives in nature is called its habitat. Based on their habitats, animals can be classified into terrestrial, aquatic, or amphibians. Adaptation. Different animals have different features which help them to adjust to the natural surroundings which they live in. The features that help an animal to survive in the natural surroundings are called adaptations. These special features help them not only to survive the climatic condition but also help them to find food, shelter, and provide protection from their enemies. Adaptation in terrestrial animals. Animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. These animals have legs to walk on land and breathe through lungs. The climatic condition on land vary greatly from place to place. It is extremely cold at the poles while it becomes extremely hot in the desert. The animals living in such regions have adapted themselves to survive such harsh conditions. Animals like polar bears, penguins, arctic foxes, which live in extremely cold climates, show the following adaptations. Animals like penguins have a thick layer of fat under their skin to keep their body warm. This fat is known as blubber. Animals like polar bears have thick fur on their body to protect them from cold. Some animals like bears, frogs, and some snakes become inactive during the cold winter months when the food becomes scarce. This inactive, long sleeps like state during winter is called hibernation or winter sleep. Animals like camels, bugs, and desert foxes, which live in extremely hot climates, show the following adaptations. Animals like camels have thick padded feet which help them to walk easily on the sand. There is a scarcity of water in the desert. The desert animals have adapted themselves in such a way that they can drink large amounts of water at a time. Then they can survive for many days without drinking water. Some animals become inactive and go on a long sleep during the hottest summer months to prevent loss of water from their bodies. This inactive long sleep like state during summer is called estivation or summer sleep. Adaptations in aquatic animals. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Apart from fishes, animals like turtles, crabs, and octopuses are aquatic animals. Some adaptations seen in aquatic animals are as follows. Most aquatic animals have fins or paddles to swim in the water. The shape of their bodies is like a boat, which helps them to cut easily through water. Most of these animals breathe through gills, except some like whales and dolphins, which breathe through lungs. Adaptations in amphibians. Animals that live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Animals like frogs and toads are amphibians. These animals show the following adaptations to suit their life in both the habitats. Their back legs are stronger than their front legs, which help them to jump. They move on land by jumping. They have a thin skin between their toes of their feet. This type of feet is called webbed feet. These animals push the water with their webbed feet to swim or paddle in the water. They breathe through lungs when they are on land. They have a moist skin through which they breathe when they are in water. Adaptations through modification of body parts. Different animals have adapted their body parts according to the kind of food that they eat. Some animals eat plants, some eat flesh of other animals, while some eat both. Based on their food habits, animals can be classified as herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So now we will talk about the herbivores. What are herbivores? The animals that eat plants are called herbivores. So now I will give you some examples of the herbivores. So herbivores are cows, goats, elephants, camels, etc. The herbivores have sharp front teeth for biting and cutting. Plants have a substance called cellulose in them which is difficult to break down. To break down the cellulose, the herbivores have very strong teeth for grinding it. Next come the carnivores. The animals that eat flesh of other animals are called carnivores. There are some birds like eagles, hawks, and kites which eat flesh of other animals. They have strong and sharp talons to catch their prey and very sharp beaks with which they tear their flesh. Carnivore animals like lions, tigers, and leopards have sharp and pointed canine teeth to tear the flesh of their prey. Now we will talk about the omnivores. There are some animals that eat plants as well as the flesh of other animals. Such animals are called omnivores. Some examples of omnivores are birds like crows and animals like deers, dogs, and human beings. Crows have strong beak and claws. The omnivores animal have sharp and strong teeth which are suited for eating plants as well as flesh. We the human beings are also omnivores, as we also eat plants and as well as the flesh of animals. Now we will talk about the scavengers. Some flesh-eating animals like vultures and hyenas do not hunt their prey. But how do they have their food? They eat the flesh of dead animals. Such animals that feed on dead animals are called scavengers. Vultures have excellent eyesight and a strong sense of smell. They use these keen senses to locate rotting dead animals while they are flying. Hyenas have extremely strong jaws adapted to crush animal bone. Adaptation for protection. How do the animals protect themselves from other animals? Many animals show some other interesting adaptations to protect themselves. Animals like elephants and hippopotamus have very thick skin to protect themselves from heat. Porcupine have very sharp spines which protect them from their enemies. Deer have very strong legs which help them run away fast from their predators. Animals like tortoises and snails have a strong shell on their back. When they sense any danger, they withdraw their body into the shell. Skunks spray a very small smelling liquid which faced with any danger. A skunk spray is powerful enough to ward off bears and other predators. Some animals like chameleons, zebra, polar bears, etc. confuse their enemies by blending with their surroundings. This is known as camouflaging. Chameleons can change their body color according to their surroundings. Care and concern for animals. In spite of many adaptations, many animals are in danger now. Why do you know? It is because of our destructive activities. We are cutting down trees, forests to fulfill our needs. In this way, we are destroying the habitats of many animals and taking away their food too. As a result, many animals are in danger of dying out. Some animals, like the dodo bird, have already died out. Such animals that have disappeared from the earth are called extinct animals. There are many more animals that are facing the danger of becoming extinct. Such animals are called endangered animals. Tiger and giant panda are endangered today. Animals are an important part of our environment. The herbivores eat plants while the carnivores depend on herbivores for food. Thus, a food chain is maintained in the environment. A break in this chain will upset the balance of nature and will lead to the death of many plants and animals. Thus, it is very important to protect the animals to maintain the balance of nature. Animals can be protected in the following ways. We should avoid cutting down of trees to protect their homes. We should not hunt animals for fun. We should avoid using fur and leather products as they are made from the skin of animals. Many animals are killed to make our bags, belts, and shoes. Animal bones and teeth are also used to make some decorative items. We should avoid using such items to protect the animals. Apart from these, we can also provide care for the animals in the following ways. We must take proper care of our pets and farm animals. We must provide sufficient food and water to these animals. We must keep their shelter clean. We must clean and bath them regularly. We must seek medical help from a veterinary doctor if they fall sick. We must be kind to all animals and treat them with love.